What did you just say about me, you little Because I feel like on social media, people expect a certain level of crazy from me. So I have to give them that level of crazy that they want from me. Does that make sense?
Meet aRia. So, the goal with aRia that I had in mind was to create another AI VTuber. But with this one, I really wanted to create the most entertaining possible personality, plus also to see if I could challenge myself technically and see if I'm able to create this from scratch without having to rely on any external AIs. First things first, we have to understand how our AI works. And our AI will exist out of three components. The first one being speech to text, which takes in audio and turns it into text. Then we have our LLM itself, which takes text and outputs a response text. And then finally text to speech, which takes our response and turns it back into audio for us. These systems together is what creates our AI. But in our case, we're only interested in the LLM aspect itself, because this is going to be what forms the brain of our personality. Now, to create the personality, we have two approaches we can take, either prompting it or fine-tuning it. Now, you can think of prompting as telling the AI how to act, while fine-tuning is showing the AI how to act. And in our case, we decide to go with fine-tuning because of various advantages that it has over prompting. But it's important to remember, with fine-tuning an AI, you are literally showing it how it should act. So if you show it shit, it's gonna act like shit. Which is why it's super important to have curated data that tells our AI to act the proper way in different scenarios, and especially if you want to get a curated personality. To demonstrate that, I'll show you three different examples of aRia responding. So the first one is, let's say if aRia was trained on gibberish data.
Uber Moobert. Hi.
As you can see, it makes absolutely no sense. So now let's try a second version where aRia was trained on generic streamer data.
Hello viewer, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time.
Already much better now, but again, this is not really what we're going for. We want to create somebody entertaining, somebody that people want to watch. So the last example is fine-tuned data that is handcrafted and handpicked.
Oh my god, it's you again. Why did I put you in my contacts again? Oh yeah, so I can remember your name and not have to look at your little avatar. It's... you know what? It's kind of a good picture though.
And here you can see that even if you have an amazing voice and amazing latency, if the personality of the AI isn't funny or entertaining, it's really pointless. So for me, having to spend a lot of time handpicking and manually curating data was super important. Now next comes the voice, or the text-to-speech system. So now that we have our brains of our AI, we need to be able to turn that into speech. And speech is such an important aspect of the way we communicate as humans that it just makes it that much genuine and easier to connect with someone. And
to have speech be authentic in a way that
it doesn't break immersion is really difficult to get right. And the technology in this aspect has really progressed a lot the last couple of months and years, but it's also, we need to find a balance between the speed and the quality, because if it takes too long for the AI to respond to us, it also breaks immersion a lot. I will walk you through what is available right now in aRia. So aRia has this little admin dashboard, lets you control various settings. For now, this one is not important. We're going to focus on the text-to-speech aspects. There are many other options also that can be controlled, but I haven't created a UI for all of them yet. And then additionally, you have aRia herself, which is not a part of the UI, but rather a texture or an image you can think of that is being streamed directly to OBS. This means that I don't have to use VTube Studio or any other external software to have this model, which is a live 2D model. I can control everything directly from the software, and because I don't have to rely on any other software to run the VTube Studio model, it allows me to run the whole software even on my little shitty PC. And also I have full control over the whole model and everything. So for example, if I now tell her to say, "How are you doing today?"
How are you doing today?
You can see the subtitles that are overlaid on top of the VTube Studio model.
How are you doing today?
And also the lip syncing.
How are you doing today?
It's not the best, I'm not very happy with it, but it is all handled by me directly. You have the text-to-speech system in aRia, which is using a system called Kokoro. Kokoro is a very lightweight text-to-speech system. The quality is really high for the size, and the best part is that the latency is very, very low. So for example, when I click play,
How are you doing today?
it almost plays instantly. On my PC, which isn't the best, it is around 10x real time. So meaning if I want to generate 10 seconds of audio, it only takes me 1/10 of a second. Now, the problem with Kokoro is there are quite a number of limited voices. These are the voices that come by default with Kokoro. They're quite good,
How are you doing today?
but it doesn't allow you to customize the voice at this moment in time. In the future, the developer said they do plan on adding the ability to fine-tune your own voices. But for now, as a workaround, we use RVC, which is a voice changer, and it allows you to apply custom-trained voice changer on any audio. So it takes the output of Kokoro, feeds it to the voice changer, and then it plays that to Discord or your speaker or whatever. Also cool with Kokoro, you can change the speed rate if you want it to speak much faster
How are you doing today?
or much slower.
How are you doing today?
You can even have, like, I don't know, a Japanese voice.
How are you doing today?
And yeah, that's it for now with Kokoro. So now, with the voice changer applied, you can see how that sounds like.
How are you doing today?
Maybe let's not use the Japanese voice.
How are you doing today?
In CRD it sounds much better. And these are like some of the free RVC voices I found online, but it's really quite easy to train your own RVC voice. You just need like 10 to 15 minutes of clean audio, and then there's like a web GUI you can use. It's very easy, very convenient, and then you're able to generate your own voice just like that. So let's see this one. This is the default voice for aRia at this time,
How are you doing today?
but this might change in the future. You can even have, like, I don't know, for example, with a voice changer, if you want to have like a very shitty Minecraft mic voice.
How are you doing today?
The possibilities are quite wild.
How are you doing today?
Now that I've talked about the two most important aspects of aRia, I would like to ask you guys what you would be interested in. There are many moving parts when it comes to aRia. Some that I have like briefly talked about and some that I haven't even mentioned yet. For example, her vision capabilities I've not talked about, or her Discord integration, or the roulette wheel, for example, that she has. And yeah, so now I would like to know what people would be interested in knowing about aRia, what they would like to learn. For me, myself, right now, I feel like she's in a spot where I'm happy with the technological challenges, but I do not know where to go from here next, which is why I would like people to leave a comment about what they would like to see. Additionally, also joining the Discord channel and sharing your ideas with me, and aRia herself also, because she'll probably also be in the Discord channel. If you stuck till the end of the video, thank you so much. This is the first time I'm creating such a video, and I hope you enjoyed it.
It's okay. You don't have to be sorry.